When it comes to smaller sports in South Africa, opportunities to further that talent aren't always available. The South African Sports Recruitment Agency is on a mission to help bridge that gap in the sport of water polo.
Water polo in South Africa has always been strong at school level. But unlike in several other countries, the opportunity to make a career out of it just isn't available. SA and Australian water polo player Sarah Harris believes the easiest way is through scholarships to these countries.
Obviously, we're not one of the powerhouses of water polo, but if you look at where we stand, where the sport stands, it's one of the fastest growing sports in South African schools. So, I mean, it's huge. When I started, we started in grade 8, now they're starting in grade 2. But in order for us to kind of compete with those powerhouses, I think a lot has to happen in the coming years for us to get there. But I think one of the main steps is to get most of our players out of the South African country into an American system.
Grade 11 student Leah Buller obtained a scholarship through Sports Scholarship Recruitment Agency Aspire Atlantic. After taking an interest in water polo at the age of 9, she's been selected for the junior national side numerous times.
I started getting a lot of attention from certain other coaches, and when I started making the national sides and going overseas and playing against more other competitors and at a higher level, and to see that I personally felt like I stood out in that to think that I could use water polo to guide me forward in the future and to get me into really good tertiary institutions.
America has been identified as the country with the most scholarship money to offer. Aspire Atlantic founder Tyler Hollingsworth emphasizes the importance of maintaining good grades from an early age.
In South Africa, we generally start focusing in grade 11 and 12. In the States, they use something called a grade point average. It's your average from grade 9 to grade 12. So I think what a lot of South African students need to understand is they need to start working really hard to get that grade point average up from grade 9.
South African youngsters have proven they're able to compete at international level in the sport. But with minimal support in their home country, it seems for now at least, going abroad seems like the best option. Amy Samuels, Cape Town.
Time now to have a look at what's at the back of some of your newspapers. Let's look at the Citizens first, where the main story is destiny is in our hands. Partially, they're talking about Bafana's match against Cape Verde in that two-leg World Cup qualifier. Bafana currently on 4 points and 4 points from 2 games on that group. So now let's move on to the Witness, where the main story that proven squad chosen for Oz and Alyssa Coetzee has called out